In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your own fishing sinkers. Okay, before we get started, I'll go over the items that you need to actually make the sinkers. You need a cast iron dipper, a propane torch, of course the sinker mold, a couple different kinds of pliers, whichever you prefer, the lead ingots or lead pieces, whichever you got, and the packages of the swivels. I use the size 7. This is the lead that I use to make my sinkers. I just use old wheel weights. You can get it at any garage auto repair shop that does tires. They're pretty inexpensive. Most places will even just give it to you. When you get ready to melt the lead, there's several different ways you can do this. You can either use like ingots that you purchase at a store or made yourself. I've got stuff that I've already cut up, lead chunks and pieces that I've broken off for the pieces that I broke off from the wheel weight. Just grab it with a pair of pliers, twist it right up, and use the torch to melt it off. It really doesn't matter. But once you get all that set up the way that you want it, the pieces that you want to melt, then just put it in your cast iron dipper. Once you get the dipper full of the lead, then just melt it. There's several different ways you can do this. You can use a burner, open fire, the bottom part of a turkey fryer. I prefer to use the torch. It works well for me, but whatever way works for you. I don't know if there's any right or wrong way. Once you get the lead melted, you want to make sure before you pour it into the mold, you want to make sure that your mold is good and hot. You never want to pour the hot lead into a cold mold. So I just use the torch to heat it up. Make sure if there's any moisture in the mold, you get it out. Moisture inside a mold, you pour that lead in there, could cause an explosion. So you never want to have a wet mold. Make sure it's dry, make sure it's hot. The mold that I'm be using here today makes sinkers from 8 different size sinkers, ranging from 1/8 of an ounce all the way to 2 ounces. Now another thing that I like to do, and I'll skip it and won't make you watch it, but is before I start using the inserts, is I will just take the melted lead and pour it into an empty mold with no inserts in it. And I'll do 2 or 3 pours of that before I actually start putting in the inserts, just to help make sure that the mold is hot. If the mold's not hot enough, the lead will harden before the cavity gets full, and then you'll have partial sinkers. As you can see, some of those sinkers are not completely formed. Some of them are, some of them is not. That just lets you know that the mold is coming up to temp. I'm going to do this one more time just to get the mold heated up just a little more. I like the mold to be good and hot. So I'll do that and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, now I got the mold good and hot, so I'm going to start adding the swivel inserts. It is very important, as you can see, that there's no gap between there. If you see a gap there, it means one of your inserts are not sitting right. Try to keep it closed, because the longer you keep it open, the faster it will cool. Okay, I'm just putting the inserts in the first 4, the 4 smallest cavities, because those are the types of sinkers that we use. I don't use these bigger ones, so I'm just going to leave them empty. I like to keep the heat on as I pour. And even though I don't have inserts in this other one, I will go ahead and pour it in there just to try to keep mold or heat into the mold, because it will cool down fast. As you can see, I wind up with a nice sinker at a fraction of the cost. Now remove them, and then just take a pair of pliers and bust the gate off, put that right back in the dipper to remelt and use for the next sinker. And there you have it. Right there's the 4 different size sinkers that we made. Okay, I made a 1/8, a 3/8, a 1/4 ounce, and a 1/2 ounce. Now I like to, after I remove them from the mold, and after I remove the gate, then I will drop the sinker into a tub of water just to help it cool down faster. I'm probably going to take some crap over that, but that's just the way that I do it. I've been doing it for over 30 years and never had a problem. So I hope you liked this video. Hope it helped you out. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe leave a comment down in the comment section below. Thank you, and good fishing.